Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gaming Community Establishment Podcast Show. Today, we have another episode for you all, but be sure to follow our Instagram page, GC underscore establishment, and we upload weekly. Enjoy today's episode. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Gaming Community Establishment Podcast Show again, the first episode of season 4. So, this is an opening, and today we have a very special guest. Former Armor Ranger, military advisor of Red Dawn, Battle of Los Angeles, and he is also the artwork character from Modern Warfare 2. Give it up for Dotan Baer. How are you doing today? Good afternoon.
I'm good, DeMarco. How are you? And how is the gaming community out there? It is great to be here on your show. Thank you for having me today.
It's going great. Thank you for asking back. It has been a definite long road, but at the same time, it's definitely worth it to be here with you here today and just doing what you do and doing what I do. So here on the show today, we would like to get to know you more, as a person and what you do. Because it's so exciting to hear these different credits and these all different, the whole environments of just success, right? But feel free to go ahead and give us an introduction right now to what you do and how you came about to where you are now.
Okay. If I had to do the 30-second speech as everybody says it, I was a military advisor and am a military advisor and a consultant to the entertainment industry. So writers will send us over a script at the development stage when they're looking to get some analysis done, maybe some input when they're first launching a project. So everybody needs to realize what I'm saying to you. When we hear about a project, it hasn't hit the market yet. So even though it's exciting and could be amazing when it's launched, at the beginning, early stages in development, no one knows what it's going to be. So we get them at that stage. We look at them, we consult, we advise, we give our input. And I have the production combat consulting team, or the response team is Production Combat Ready, which is our little shirt here. And that's a very high-end group of subject matter experts that consult productions in the entertainment industry. So we also work with actors, crew, producers, directors, and all of that. And so we created a company where people could come and network into the entertainment industry and get their start, because everybody does something different. So today, I'm very proud to have a very large network of mentors and people who help new people get their start.
Okay, yeah, that's great information for sure, because many people, society today, especially the youth, they always want to know how to get more involved in the industry and what's the safest way to do so. So that's good, about how to do that. And we can definitely share that soon. But also,
I can share a safe way. Okay, so a safe way to get in the industry. Let's talk about that. I can address that. Okay, so let's address that. So the entertainment industry is scary because of the following reason. There's a lot of money at the other end of the proverbial rainbow, okay? And so there's a lot of manipulations that can go on and problems that can occur with getting that money or getting to that money that for a long time made the barriers to get in almost impossible. Today, with the internet and communication, the way it has all changed, it is bringing down those barriers of entry, but it's still a requirement of being entertaining. Hey, okay. So it's not just turn a camera on and do whatever you want. You still have to entertain people. So that being said, we have created and we're launching by January 2022 the first ever digital platform for people to be able to join the entertainment industry, where you can go from a non-union actor, crew, or production entity and work your way up to working with union actors and production entities so that you can get into the entertainment industry without the proverbial casting couch. We believe the best way into the industry is to do it based on your work. If you're a singer, sing. If you're an actor, act. If you're a production person, produce. Go out there, start filming, shooting all these singers and actors that are out there that are doing it their own and by themselves. And that's the other thing. It used to be, how do you get discovered? How do you get anyone to see that you can act? Everybody's got TikTok these days. Make the most of it. If you're on TikTok doing naked images of yourself, okay, no one's ever going to pay to see you without your clothes because you already gave up it all on TikTok and there's no value. So our industry is very much, you go after it, it's coveted, it's professional. Okay, we're doing professional content creation and we put that out, come in and contribute. If you're a writer, then you got to write and you got to collaborate with other content creative people. So I would say the internet is the safest way right now. We've got a website, associatedartistgroup.com. For people in the entertainment industry, we invite them to the website, associatedartistgroup.com. We invite you to find any of those people on social media. Okay, much of the industry today is a network of working with people through social media and in person. And by getting to know them in person and through social media, you get to work with them. So I would say social media is a huge help to bringing down the barriers of entry because we're a referral only company. And if I could refer, like I did, for example, I'll put you on blast for a second, but I could refer GC establishment in the gaming community for their program over to an influencer in our area, right? That was relevant to your program. That's social media. Okay. And that's a huge barrier of entry that was brought down. So social media, get your accounts up. Make sure you have your social media. If you don't have anybody following you, then why would anybody care what you have to say?
Yeah. That's true. Okay, great. Yeah, that's some insights right there for you guys who are watching the video. True stuff he is speaking. And, you know, like I said before, guys, in season 1 of the episodes, when you're having some posts about your body or whatever else, you got to be mindful what you're putting out there for yourself. Not just your posts, but your stories as well. Just because it goes away in 24 hours doesn't mean it's gone forever. It's still there in the clouds and systems, all right? But moving forward, just a little bit. So you're a former gamer as well, right?
I am a closeted former gamer. OPSEC 175 officially was retired in 2011. But yes, I was OPSEC 175. I played video games, but more than playing the games, the reason I got into playing the games was our fans were on them. Okay. We had done motion capture and other things for Call of Duty and Gears of War, I think 1 and 2. And then we got the call for a new video game coming out. And we're like, okay, what is that? They're like, it's called Modern Warfare 2. And so we're like, oh, yeah, well, all right, good luck with that. So they sent over pictures of us, and I was the Army branch of this company. And so Modern Warfare 2 was very, as everybody knows, it was an Army game. It was very much Army deep. And so I was lucky. There was like 15 guys in the company, and I got selected to go and do the pictures that day in the uniform, in the Army uniform, and submit them. And we didn't think anything of it. So we just submit these pictures in. We're like, yeah, whatever. I mean, we're working, you know, like Red Dawn or Punisher Warzone right then, that movie. We're on Bones and 24. We're on set. So we're like, all right, you need some pictures for your video game? Whatever. Here's some pictures for your video game. Well, they pre-sold 23 million copies of that game.
Yeah, they did. And it was a very, very popular game.
And one of my fans found it. He said, man, you didn't tell me you were in this video game. I said, I didn't even know it was in the video game. I saw you. You got it. So yeah, we got the game. We all came online. And you know, gamers can smoke us online, that's for sure. But you know, it's not the same when you're carrying a real weapon with real weight. That's what I always tell them. But it was fun. For many years we gamed. We played with the gaming community. We heard their gripes and complaints. And we tried to communicate that back to the companies that make the video games. But being the artwork, they could care less. What we said, it was interesting. Even though we also played the games and were part of the gaming community, okay, they were very stuck in their limited ways. And I think one of the great things, one of the reasons I'm doing your show and I'm coming to this interview, because I don't normally do interviews, is I believe the gaming community and your community could start their own video game with creative control. With our help. We always end up making the parts of the game they need, but we're not the ones that created them or had the creative control or the ideas. So I'll put it out to you and your community and your fans to come up with the ideas. We will create them. Then you have what you want. Now, where do I see the gaming community going? Because that's where I know this is going. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad you asked. I advise a lot on AI, AI systems. Now, artificial intelligence is a gathering intelligence system to teach something how to do something. So, new people, everybody listening, I want to teach you that artificial intelligence is a summary of data. Then you have to take that data and utilize that data in what's called a probable analytics or probabilities to determine a known outcome, right? Okay. So where do I see the future of gaming is somewhat AI and somewhat VR, which is already VR, okay? Where it's going to, right, is the VR with the AI systems that people can utilize in more of an athletic setting. I don't think it's there yet. Okay. I think all of us who video gamed, even in our days, we sat there like this. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get up. Right. And right, doing this the whole time. Okay. Now, 50-year-old guys, they lost their legs because they sat for 20 years. So sitting is the new smoking. Get up every 2 hours and run around and exercise. I think is the future of gaming. It needs to be more interactively, physically involved. Okay, so with VR and stuff and AI, we can bring that, right? If we're doing motion capture, we're doing what you're doing with the joystick. How about instead of I do the motion capture of what you're doing with the joystick, you do what you need to do inside there, right?
Right.
And then it's physically doing what that person is doing. Now they're physically doing everything in the game. Okay. So that could be good or bad. I mean, if someone's going to just lay there in a sniper hole for 4 hours.
Yeah.
We see you.
Yeah.
Well,
I spend that attention for like 2 hours additional to that when you get back to space. So definitely, yeah. Because I did that before. And it was like, oh man, 2 hours straight, of standing to attention. So yeah, definitely.
So that's where I think the future of it is in interactive movement. Okay. Bringing it to space. I also think we could get it to where you guys do gaming competitions again, joysticks and screens, right? Imagine having, virtual live, kind of like how we do hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah, that's a goal.
We do it digitally. Okay. So they got VRs and they're doing it there and we're all watching because, there is a huge, that's the one thing, the gaming community we do have a huge love of watching great combatants. Make sense? I don't think people realize how much viewer there is for that, how much viewership and demand there is for a good content. So I think if the gaming community, I know we can bring good content. I know you all have brought good content. I know amazing games have been made. So everybody's sitting there going, oh, I have an idea. Yeah, collaborate, bring it together, bring the ideas together.
There you go.
Okay. Bring it into one song, one voice, the GC establishment gaming community. Let them bring it all together, collaborate. You pre-sell and pre-order your game, and you get a date when it's coming out, and you're contributing to the making of it. They'll get to see the entire process of the game from me and you talking about it to today to when they put it into their system. Okay. And nothing can be better than real live action. That's why we're doing this now. That's why we're doing a live recording. Okay. So they can be live part of the next game. And I'll tell you what, we'll do something since, I made, people think you make more money than you do in this industry, but let's just say it this way. All right. Since everybody thinks we made so much money in this industry, which is funny, we didn't because we're military. So like, oh, these guys don't care about getting paid. They don't get paid for what they do. They don't believe in it. No, everybody needs to make money. Okay.
Right.
Let's turn it around. Let's have the gaming community own the game for once. Okay. And just like they've done fan-based crowdsource, which they allow today. Okay. We'll have a GC establishment start a WeFunder. Let the fans own it. Everybody that puts their $1,500 in gets a half a share or a share of the game. Okay. Towards the sale of the game. Okay. Raise the money, put the game up on its feet. You have your own video game. Now, let me throw it back to you, DeMarco. What's the game you guys are all wanting to get done?
As far as made or to be done, as in the competition?
What do you keep hearing from the community that's missing? What's not on the market?
As far as like having the voice about what is needed to be done with their likings, because, we feel like the more games that are being made, the harder it gets to have more distinctive stories being told. So one way to do so is to have relativity. How can someone relate to a game that can be made to be different rather than something that's always been done again? Like, oh, okay, you know what? You know, another fighting game. Okay, another racing game. Okay, another shooting game. You know, have it relate to a group of people or to everyone, you know? So being that whole distinctiveness of what makes a great game, it differs, you know, of course, from like person to person. Some people just care about frame rates or hertz or just the gameplay. Some care about story mode. So we have our diverse likings, but that's what I would say for now.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Put the money where you want it fixed.
Yes.
They want to fix story mode. We put the money into story mode. We make a better story mode.
Mm-hmm.
They want to fix, what was the other one you said?
The gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay. They want the gameplay to be different. I get it. Okay, yeah. Trust me, when you pull a rifle over like this, okay, when I pull a rifle, okay, and the guy in the game goes doink, you're like, no, that's not what I want to do. You know, it's not doink, okay? It was no, right. It was like, okay. So we get it. That's a matter of funding, budget, mocap, us getting to have more. So how a game is made, let's do that before you guys go. Okay. How a game is made. Typically, a video game is part of a business package that we've created in a business plan to the shareholders when they invested and they first wanted to make a project. So we've taken a book. Let's just say it was Hounds from Hell is a great example. It's a book from a Marine who was a Blue Line police officer, and he brought down a whole bunch of corrupt Blue Line police officers, judges, and stuff. Okay, so that's a story. That's a story, but it's got police officers, judges, people. It's kind of the story of Grand Theft Auto theme-ish. Okay, so you take a story like that for a movie, and then when you're building the film and other things, since you have the storyline, a video game company developer will come along and partner with us, the production side, because we're making the front end side. We're the guys, right, facing, and the cameras are on us. Well, we have no idea what they do, but once they take the cameras away, that all goes into post-production, right? So post-production, editing, all of that magic is major company. So what they'll do is they'll team up since it's so expensive and they want to make the most out of an opportunity, right, with a property, right? So once they make the film or they make the television series, if the audience, you guys out there right now in the gaming community, you right there, if you like it so much that you want to play that because you love those characters, that's sometimes where the big miscommunication comes in. And by the time the game is getting made or something's even being done, you said it best. Well, shooting games, people want to shoot. Car racing games, people want to race. Farmville, I mean, who knows? I can't explain Farmville. Get out in your backyard. Make some real vegetables and fruit. Give me a break. But it's there, and people love it. So that's the point. If the community says, no, we love Farmville, or if the community says, no, we want this storyline, we want this gameplay style, okay, great. Bring the storyline, bring the budget. We'll go get the companies to bring the production side of it. We utilize the production budget to make and generate that game. They have exactly what they wanted, and they've already paid for it. Okay? And then, instead of the game costing $65 plus $15 every time you want to upload the map, plus $15 when you want the good map because they didn't have it when the game came out, plus $15 because you want... No. Right? Let the community put their foot down. Boom. We're giving you 10 million people times $50. We don't want to hear a peep out of you when we want better maps. You gave you $50 million. I want a better map. Now, when you make the game, the issue is you don't know you're going to get that. What if 1,000 people download your game? You barely cover the cost of the printing of the artwork of the game. Much less the copies of the game itself. So that's the next thing. Oh, yes. Where's the future of gaming going? No more video game discs. But the reason they were so valuable and the reason it's our fault is we steal things. We're the ones who created the bulletin board. We're the ones who share things with each other. We're the ones who cheat. So when we cheat and that poor game company didn't get their licensing per game, and yet 25 million people played it and only 1 million copies were sold,
Boom.
something's wrong.
Boom.
Something's
Nail on the
wrong.
head right there.
Okay, so if 24 million people would have at least pitched in $5 million to that poor company, they wouldn't be hurting, but they got, $25 million on a game they spent 50 on, but they got 25 million people. Well, how is that even possible? I get 25 million people to get paper. So the future of gaming is going to go online. When you purchase the license for this game from us, that's it, you own it. Okay, you want to share with friends and family? We'll give you the friends and family, discount packet. Okay, let's be considerate of the community, right? If one fraternity wants to buy the game, we get it. That's 10 guys that bought in on the game because they all bought in the game. We don't need, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let that one group buy that game and let them have that license for it. Okay, and then it goes to that one fraternity. Okay, so I think we can work it within the community, keep it within the community, and then roll the money back to the community. Okay.
Boom. You heard it yourself, guys. You just heard it yourself. Roll the money back into the community. Hence, one of my little branches to the names up here. Gaming community. Gaming for fun and tournaments, right? The community. Get together, socialize, network for you. So that is totally golden information right there about how we can all get involved more in different ways with each other. All right. So one last question before we get out of here. It's a short one. What are your top 3 favorite video games of all time?
Oh, top 3 video games of all time. Okay, I cannot leave off Gears of War. I don't know what it is about that game. I could not stop playing that game because it was first person. And I could plant something on you and go, ha!
Right.
How you like me now? Okay, so I love the personal interaction of it. For those of us who were in the military, there's a reason we call blade edge. All right, we like to get personal with the knife. Okay, so I love that. Gears of War. I'm thinking it had swords. It was an RFP game. Valhalla?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I know. I'm going a little out there. But I was never big into a lot of those RFP type games. Okay, like Call of Duty and that game were kind of similar where you're in a little team of whatever and you're doing your thing. Gears of War and Call of Duty were a lot alike. The difference between, now I'll say this to the audience because I know you all seem to care. There's no legitimacy to Gears of War. Just so you guys know.
Yep.
So if you're asking me which game is the most legitimate to warfare, it was a Rainbow Six game or something by Tom Clancy that gave me seizure. I couldn't see the color. Didn't do well in the color scheme. It gave me headaches.
Rainbow Six Vegas?
No, maybe. But there was another one. I can't remember what it was. It was like a Ranger team, and there's 6 of them, and they're running around, and you're organizing this team of these Ranger guys. Okay. And that is the most realistic when you're in a team setting of 6 people, managing that in a zone where it's impossible to manage 6 people that are each free agents on their. Think about basketball. They can't even keep a guy on the Lakers. He just quit for an $84 million contract.
84 million.
He turned it down and said, no, I'm not playing for $84 million.
Dang. Man.
What world are we in? Okay. By the way, before we go, I got paid $742 a month with hazardous duty pay and jump pay.
Hallelujah. There you go.
Okay, so I'll take 84 million anytime. And then those are my last game. That is one of my favorites. Was FIFA.
Okay.
Because if you sit there playing those shooting games all day, you're gonna go crazy and have PTSD. And I want all you guys to hear that yes, it is not a good idea to get yourself deeply submerged into the mindset of all of that.
Yes.
We made them correctly for a reason. We know what we're doing. So I do not enjoy, after a certain point, I put that all away and aside for myself personally. Okay. And I started playing soccer games and other stuff. And I found it so much fun. A, B, the environment's nicer. The people in there aren't trash talking each other. So, sometimes when you want to crank up a game and call it a community,
Facts.
You don't want it to be, you want to have an enjoyable afternoon. And for me, I have children. You get it. You get it. Now, I love it all, and I understand it. And I'm excited. I'm going to put a plug in October 9th, 2021. If you are in the San Bernardino area, come to this Enterprise building. Def Jam Fight Night will be going on. OPSEC 175 will be in the house. Gabriel Cannon will be in the house. Ruben Cannon will be in the house. There to visit, meet, and greet, rub the proverbial elbows, because everybody's got masks on, so we're rubbing elbows these days, okay? And network. And you said it best, network in the gaming community, meeting, greeting, talking about things, looking at an old fight game, right? How would you guys do it today? Huh?
Exactly.
There you go. All right. How would we do it today? So make sure if you can do that, October 9th, San Bernardino. What's the website? Give us the website, DeMarco.
The website is GCE Establishment LLC.com. There you can find all the information that you need to find for the event, and also just for the whole company as well, for a whole. And you can also find this full episode on the website as well. So Dotan, very great to have you here, on the show. I know right now you got to go because you're a busy man as well. But is there any last thing that you want to say to the audience out there before we head out?
I'll say this. If you're out there and you're dreaming about making the entertainment industry, I want you to all know something. We came out here to make our own family. Mm-hmm. All right. We're searching for something. And we became a family to each other in the industry. So make that outreach. Don't hold back. Follow your dream. It will follow you everywhere you go. It didn't matter whether I worked at Red Lobster when I was 23 or whether I worked at some other shoe store at 19. Every person told me I was funny. You should be in the entertainment industry. Get out there. And sure enough, the minute I walked out there, people just opened the doors for me. And I'm like, really? This is not as hard as anybody said it would be. Okay? Because I had the faith to make that leap. So if you hear me today, this is your voice to say, have the faith for yourself. Make the leap. There's no shortage of need and demand. There's a whole lineage of mentors and people now standing by, willing to help. The industry has changed. It is so nice to be on set today. It is pleasant. I was never a person that believed in certain language, etc., as you can hear from my interview. And it's nice to be around people who bring that environment to set so we can all work in a healthy environment. And if you're looking forward to that and you ever wanted to do that, start now. If you're in school, start now. Learning. Take your time to study. Typing is incredibly powerful in a computer. I can type 165 words per minute. It makes a big difference when you're trying to respond to people. Okay. Mm-hmm. I also play piano. So if you were musically inclined and you do music, get out there, get in studios, collaborate, meet with people who are doing that, and offer your talent. That's it. The message for the day is offer your talent.
Boom.
Offer your talent. We need you. Lift where you are and offer your talent to those around you. That's what makes you shine. And people go, yeah, he can do it. Look.
Right.
I don't think.
So true. Well, thank you, man. It was great having you here on the show today. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. So like he said, of course, October 9th, it's going down here in San Bernardino from 7 to 1. We're going to have a Def Jam Fight for New York tournament. We have some costumes going, some raffles and prizes. And like he said as well, Gabriel Cannon, everybody. He will be there. So there's going to be some Q&As and also some more stuff going down, little microphone talks. It's going to be all going down in one night, guys. So it'll be plenty of fun. Ronald McDonald House as well just signed with us today about partnership. It's going to be an amazing night. And it's also the same night as the San Bernardino Food Fest. So big old party on one street, everybody. So join us October 9th, 7 to 1. Sign up on the website for the player tickets and general admission tickets as well. So that is it for the meantime. See you all later, and thank you once again.